Yes. Hello, subscribers. So this is actually the first video that I'm gonna edit. I'm I'm gonna be editing them a lot more. Um, and so that way my videos seem more professional. But anyway, I know based on what I said in the actual video, I just wanted to say that the reason why that is the case is because I am on an LDS service mission. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to get all religious with you. That's not my job to teach you that anyway. And I don't care. But I just wanted to say that's the reason why I don't have enough money to make my videos a lot more higher quality right now. That will be the case when I get back. But anyway, I'll let other cringy me take it away. Thank you for watching this intro and the channel and the video. Thank you all. Hello, fellow viewers of the internet. So this is going to be a new series. I'm going to be called Animal of the Week. I will be uploading a new video about an animal for that specific week. Usually on Monday or Sunday, at the start of a week. But anyway, all of these videos that I have made, maybe, will be remade later on when I actually have more money to make a higher quality video and whatnot. For this example, the Animal of the Week, I want to have a Molly Says section where the AI... Oh, and I activated her. Whoopsies. Where she goes and talks about the animals and whatnot. But anyway, just enjoy this regular Animal of the Week. Okay, so this Animal of the Week video is about the leopard gecko for obvious reasons. Now, let me see if I can get him to come out. Oh, okay, so he's starting to come out. Yeah, so the Animal of the Week is the leopard gecko. Boop. Yeah, the leopard geckos are actually native all the way from Asia, I think, to India, even. So, and contrary to popular belief, they do not live in a desert. They live on rocky outcrops on mountainous terrains. They do not live in a desert. Do not listen to what the pet store tells you. Do not use sand as a bedding, because then you'll end up having to waste $850 on a vet visit. But anyway, yeah, that's their natural habitat. They come, as I stated earlier, they're mainly native to Asia, specifically the southwestern part of Asia. And they are a species of Old World gecko. The Old World being, the New World are the Americas. The Old World is everything else, with the exception of Antarctica, because no one really cares about the continent, sadly. But anyway, yeah, so leopard geckos are mainly nocturnal, just like the regular geckos. Not him, though. Okay, here is kind of diurnal is what I call it, mainly active during dawn and dusk and in the middle of the day, such as right now. Yeah. And so they love rocks because they live in rocky outcrops. Whenever I take him outside, he runs to the nearest rock. And leopard geckos are not a New Caledonian gecko, which means they are strictly carnivorous. And unlike other geckos, leopard geckos can't actually walk up on glass because they lack the toe pads that other geckos have, which allow them to do it. Which makes sense because they're mainly a ground-dwelling species. Leopard geckos, as well as the African fat-tailed gecko and the knob-tailed gecko, are the only geckos with eyelids, meaning they can close their eyes. Other geckos have to lick their eyes because they lack eyelids, probably ideal for nocturnal living. The reason they have eyelids is to keep dust out of their eyes. And being an Old World gecko means that they are not omnivorous or herbivorous like all of the other New Caledonian or New World geckos are. Instead, they are strictly carnivorous, or insectivorous precisely. In captivity, which is what he lives in right now, he eats these dubia roaches, but also crickets, superworms, mealworms, and pretty much all the other feeder insects that you can find at a pet store. In the wild, however, they'll eat just about any insect that they can get their hands on, or arachnids. They can eat spiders. They even go after scorpions. They also, depending on how big the individual gecko is, they might even go after mice as well. So, as you can see, he's very enthusiastic about feeding. They're also very enthusiastic about feeding. They do mainly hunt at night because they're mainly nocturnal. He is active sometimes during the day, and when I feed him during the day, mostly because he knows that he's safe because he lives in captivity. Their natural predators are mainly birds of prey and other larger lizards. And I think maybe the sand cats too. No, that's not right. Yeah, their natural predators are mainly just birds of prey or in larger lizards and snakes. And they do have a disease resistant to two diseases that I can't really name. But, and leopard geckos actually don't have scales like that of a, well, leopard geckos and geckos in general really don't have scales like that of a regular lizard. They more have soft, mucus, bumpy covered skin. Not mucus covered, but bumpy colored. As you can see, bumpy covered skin, smooth scales, and bumpy covered skin, which gives them an armor class similar to that of an amphibian. Do not call him a salamander, though. He gets really mad when you... Yeah, see? He gets offended when you call him that. And the reason why his tail is all fat is because leopard geckos and geckos in general store fat in their tail. And geckos also are sometimes called the cat eye lizard because their eyes are very similar to that of a cat because they live a very similar lifestyle. Now, leopard geckos, as well as geckos in general, all have claws. They're not very sharp. They're not very good at grasping because they mainly use their toe pads. He has sharp claws and hooked claws to help him grip onto rocks, as well as his cousins, the African fat-tailed gecko and the knob-tailed gecko. Geckos, as well as all other lizards, have ears, so that is how you can tell the difference between a lizard and a snake. And, leopard geckos actually, as well as other lizards, with the exception of the monitor lizards and tegus, they cannot run and breathe at the same time, because as you can see, his neck is moving, which forces air down his throat. Yeah, you can see his neck is moving. That's him pushing air through his nostrils and down into his lungs, which is why he can't run too long, because he can't run and breathe. Monitor lizards are the only exception to this. Now, they do have a very long tongue. They don't use their tongue like a flamingo, like a chameleon, per se, but they do lap up the insects, as well as they do occasionally lap up water. I've only seen them drink water once. They mainly get most of the water from soaking in pools of water because they can inhale it through their nose and through their rear ends. Or through their food, because bugs are very juicy and crunchy. And that being said, leopard geckos actually, I can't show you his teeth because they're way too small to be seen on camera. And I doubt he want to open his mouth. But they do have sharp, shark-like teeth. And they do similar damage. Well, kind of. They're serrated, but they're also big and triangular. Perfect for crunching through exoskeletons of bugs or bones in mice's case. Leopard geckos usually average around a size of this, about anywhere from like 8 inches to the biggest being like a foot in length. So they're a pretty decently sized lizard.
but they're still very fragile because all geckos are kind of fragile, especially the ground-dwelling ones like him. Now, leopard geckos, as well as all other lizards, have the ability to extend their ribcage so they can flatten their bodies and fit into tight places, such as in there or underneath that rock. And, yep, that is all I can say about leopard geckos right now. Yeah, so please enjoy this Animal of the Week.
Well, how did you like the new and improved edited video? Please let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below, or there, or there, or there, or there. You really don't know where the comments are these days. But anyway, please drop a like down below if you did enjoy this. Share this video, and of course, the good old-fashioned YouTube thing of subscribing.